My glasses went.
Greetings to our friends and followers all over the world. Welcome to the Flushing Town Hall monthly Louis Armstrong Legacy Jazz Jam. Tonight we're virtual, but for many years we've been an in-person monthly event. We could not carry out this great event without your support. Thank you again for tuning in, for attending in person, and for giving us your support. We start around 7 o'clock, and so we usually give our own personal shout out of appreciation to the essential workers who have brought us through COVID. Of course, as we all know, this includes delivery people, nurses, doctors, postal deliverers, but so many professions. But tonight I'm also going to mention, because it's been in the news lately, a great appreciation shout out to the pharmacists and pharmacy workers, because apparently they are now very, very overburdened trying to do their own normal jobs and vaccinations and so forth. So they've been forgotten until just now, but they're in the front lines of the news. So thank you, pharmacists and pharmacy workers. Many thanks also to our town hall team, Flushing Town Hall team. That includes Gabrielle Hamilton, Director of Education and Public Programs, Steve Mecca, our Director of Production, and of course the rest of the staff of Flushing Town Hall. Thanks especially to the Louis Armstrong Education Foundation for their continued support of the program. Thank you to all the people who made this possible. Our theme this month is a dedication to Black History Month. So we are paying tribute through the music to a few of the many, many great African-American jazz artists, composers, arrangers. We very often mention at this time some of the losses that we have sustained, not only in the music world, but the arts in general, and some of the great public activist figures. And so that will be something I'm going to mention now, starting with the wonderful pianist Mark Levine. We lost Dr. James Harrison, bassist Mickey Bass, the popular Meatloaf, the Olympic gold medalist Dion Lenders in a car accident, only 29 years old in Trinidad. Musician, arranger, composer Peter Welker from COVID. The wonderful critic and journalist Terry Teachout. The great jazz diva, friend to many of us, Tuliva Donna Cumberbatch. Hammond organist from Cleveland, Eddie Backus Sr. The wonderful Buddhist anti-war spiritual leader, Thich Nhat Hanh. The legendary Indian singer, Mangeshkar. The two blues artists, brothers, they were brothers, died only a few days of each other, Soul and Jimmy Johnson. And budding hip hop artist Amir Locke, another victim of no-knock legislation action. So we'd like to have a moment of silence at this time for those and the many others who have passed. Thank you, and rest in peace to all. We usually start our evening with performances by members of our house band, and that's what we're going to do now. In this section, we do follow the theme, as do the others, but we also, whenever possible, try to connect with pieces recorded by or associated in some way with the great Louis Armstrong. As you know, we have named the jam after him. And there were endless recordings and endless accomplishments. He was one of the great, great forefathers of jazz. So we're going to begin that segment now. And I guess we can start with Scott Newman, our drummer.
Hello, everybody. I think I'm unmuted. Can you hear me? Great. I, in the past, have done both Louis Armstrong songs, and I think last year for Black History Month, I did a tune that of Max Roach's in conjunction with Martin Luther King's Have a Dream speech. And this month, I've chosen to do something different and kind of introduce rhythm acronyms. And so I kind of took more of a almost somewhat educational approach. Most of you probably know this rhythm. I'm going to describe it in the video. And it is a dedication to one of my favorite and inspirational drummers in my life, Eddie Blackwell. And so I just want to do a shout out to Flushing Town Hall once again, to Gabrielle, Steve, Louis Armstrong Foundation. My video is pretty self-explanatory. So Steve, I think if you roll it, my intro is in there. So thank you. I'm looking forward to hearing everybody tonight. And thank you, Carol.
Hi, good evening. For tonight's video presentation, I wanted to perform a drum solo dedicated to one of my biggest inspirations, the late great Ed Blackwell, who is best known for his work with Ornette Coleman and Don Cherry, Eric Dolphy, Randy Weston. He also was on a great Joe Lovano recording called Sounds of Joy. Ed Blackwell was a big student of West African drumming. He studied in Ghana a number of times, and the drum solo I'm going to play is going to be based off of the Bembe rhythm, B-E-M-B-E, which is from the Yoruban tribe of Nigeria. And it's also the rhythm that the clave comes from, especially the Cuban clave. And this rhythm basically influenced so much Western music, certainly influenced all of the island and Brazilian rhythms and their musics. So I hope you enjoy the solo. This is dedicated to Ed Blackwell. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you very much. I'm trying to get my screen. Trying to get something off my screen. All right, let's see if this works. Well, I guess I can't do it. Can everybody hear me? Let's see. Can anyone hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. So that was beautiful. Thank you, Scott Newman. And I think now, see, I'm just fiddling with my screen. Something went wrong.
Are you
Okay.
sharing your screen? Okay, there you go. All right.
No, it's just there was something I couldn't close. Okay, thank you. Yes, so next we have our bass player, Eric Lemon, who will perform live, and I'm not sure what he's going to surprise us with. Let's see if Eric is.
Yeah, okay, we're good. Good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Beautiful work, Scott. Good blast, man. It really puts me in a good spirit. They had some of the early expressions. Mother drum, you dig? Mother drum. Yeah, they can hear me. I'm going to do a tribute to a great African American composer. Actually, two guys that worked in tandem. We're talking about the great U.B. Blake, who lived out here in Bed-Stuy. Actually, very close to where I'm at now, maybe 2 blocks. And his partner, Noble Sissel, as they worked in tandem, early 20th century, putting some great things together, you know, trying to get a nice vaudeville groove and trying to build towards this first African-Americans to put a play together in Broadway. You know, first directing and the first composition when they did Shuffle Along in 21. But prior to that, of course, there was Tough Sledding. Ideas were great, you know, trying to combine comedy with the early rag, because of course, he's a great ragtime player. We're talking about U.B. Blake, and a composer and a popular artist. And Noble Sissel, of course, is a great playwright, composer, band leader. And there's just amazing stories, hearing what they came up with, considering Tough Sledding. There's a story where when they were working with the great James Reese Europe, of course, the great military band leader, they had this great society gigs. They had to take the jobs. But one time they had to take, guy says, can we take a break? You know, we're playing 7 sets. The guy said, sure, come downstairs and get something to eat. So the musicians went downstairs to eat. And it was a big bowl of soup. He says, get a spoon and dig in. When they dig in, it was dishwashing liquid. He says, welcome to the business, buddy. But it was, they kept their heads up, you know. And they did, what I'm going to do is, of course, UB Blake, Andy Razov, Memories of You, in dedication to all the folks that are no longer here. Of course, I'm Just Wild About Harry was the big hit from the play. And it's funny because they broke some barriers. They were first to bring syncopation to the Broadway, you know, in a collective effort like that. And they had to cork up their face, you know. They broke out of it. And they couldn't do love songs. African Americans, we don't want to see you do no love songs. Okay, we want you to shimmy and shake it, and that's it. So they broke a lot of those horrible restrictions, and we want to give a tribute to them. So this is in E flat, Memories of You, the great UB Blake, Brooklyn's own. Thank you.
Eric Lemons. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Scott, and thank you, Eric, for those 2 beautiful contributions. And Eric, you are a wonderful raconteur. You always have great things to tell us every month. Thank you. That was beautiful. Our 3rd member of the band, now quite repaired and all in one piece after a fall from grace, Joe Vincent Tranquina.
So great to be here. Great to see everyone. Many thanks to Flushing Town Hall and staff. The piece I chose was originally from a 1929 musical called Hot Chocolates, and it was written by Fats Waller and Andy Razov and Harry Brooks. And also Ain't Misbehaving on Honeysuckle Rose also came from this same musical. But the piece I chose is called Black and Blue. The first verse of this tune was kind of like gender specific and was a little controversial. So anyway, when Louis recorded it, he left the first verse out completely, and the tune became really solidified around the racial issues and the isolation that the African American community was going through back in the 1920s. And so I chose this tune. I hope you all enjoy it.
Thank you so much, Joe Vincent Tranquina. That was just beautiful. And I'm so glad that you posted those lyrics. Very deep and very moving. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Absolutely.
So moving on, I guess the last part of the house band is me. And yeah, I'm the leader. And so I chose Horace Silver's tune, The Preacher. And I'm connecting it with Louis Armstrong because there's this wonderful recording of Louis Armstrong and Bing Crosby performing it together. And they sound and look like they're having a great time. So I didn't try to sound anything like them, but I do love the tune and I decided to do it. And of course, Joe is the pianist. We send files to each other. And so this is Horace Silver's The Preacher, and I'm playing tenor sax. So there you have it. Those are the numbers by the house band. At this point, we are going to have each person who's available to introduce themselves do so, each performer. And I'm going to call them in the order that I have them performing. The only thing is that I have to say to the audience and to Steve that I forgot that I had promised Ezra Kessler that we would sort of put him toward the end because he's attending a class until either 7:30 or 8, I'm not sure. So we might have to move his order. I might call him and Mark actually just before the end of the performance. So each person who's present may say a quick hello at this point, and I'll call your names. I have a feeling that our Italian contingent, many of them will not be able to attend as planned because there's been a big earthquake. And I know at least one who's stuck in the after effects. And there may be others who live fairly near as well. But I'll call their names anyway. So the first is Marta J. and Francesco. I don't think they're here tonight, but if they are, this would be the time to say hello. Otherwise, I think there may be a greeting on their video. Sorry, I had to sneeze. And next is, who definitely is in the earthquake and probably not here, is Georgia Hanush. She said she had just had to grab a knapsack and run. So she texted me from a car, street, you know. Third is Angelo Bifezzi. I don't think he's joined us either. So let's skip Ezra Kessler for later. And Stephanie Janot, I think, yeah, she should be. Is Stephanie here?
Hey everybody, how you doing tonight? God bless you all. Glad to be here. I miss you guys in person.
Perfect. Yeah, we miss you too. Thank you so much. And Alberto Bengolea.
Hi, how are you? How's everybody? Glad to see that Joe is doing better and great to be here. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Alberto. Next is Daryl Sherman. Daryl, do you want to say hello? Okay, she probably stepped away for a minute. We'll call on her again. Bill Warfield, are you here?
Here I am.
Oh, Daryl, good, okay.
I've been here all along. I just wanted to tell Joe, I cannot think of anybody's version of Black and Blue that was as beautiful, had the dignity, the sorrow, the emotion, and in its way, also the simplicity. Had all of those things. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Thank
Anyway,
you, Daryl. That touches me deeply. Thank you so much.
the best. Thank you. So it was worth it for that. But all of you so far have been very illuminating and musical, and I can't think of a better way to spend my evening. So there, that's it.
Thank you, Daryl. It's great to have you. Bill Warfield, are you here? No, I guess not. Okay. I don't think Matthew Maley is here. I haven't seen him. He said he was going to try, but was doubtful. So moving on, Gary Davis.
Yes, Carol, good evening. Thank you and Gabrielle for having me. It's nice to be here with you. Nice to see some familiar faces again. I hope everybody in Italy is okay. So prayers go out to them. And with the earthquake that just happened. Wow. Joe, stay healthy. We need you. I don't know what happened, but I'm glad you're on the mend. Eric, good seeing Stephanie, good seeing you all. Scott, good seeing you all. And happy Black History Month.
Thanks so much, Gary. It was beautiful. I'm pretty sure that Stefano Benini is not here. He's also in the same region. Now, we'll call on Ezra when he shows up. So if I don't see him, somebody can alert me and we'll have him say hello. Is Mark Capon here? Probably not. Okay. And Gary Fisher, are you here? I know you are. So go ahead and say hello. Gary, I know you're there. Gary?
Unmuted. Yeah. Yeah. So welcome to the greatest concert in town tonight. These things are so great. That's the first I heard about the earthquake in Reggio Emilia. So I hope, Ezra and Georgia and everybody is okay there.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you. Now we're going to start the performances. So whether they're here or not, they're here in spirit. The first one is this couple. We've heard them sometimes before in our virtual jams, Marta J. and Francesco Cabot. I've known them for years. Just a delightful couple, singer and pianist, and I know you'll enjoy.
In a mellow tone, feeling fancy free, and I'm not alone. I got company, everything's okay. The livelong day with this mellow song just can't go wrong. In a mellow tone, that's the way to lead. If you mope and groan, something's gotta give. Just go your way and laugh and play. There's joy unknown in a mellow tone. Tweet, tweety, tweet, doo-ah, tweet, doo-ah. Ba, 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 diddle, didn't do. Do, dee, dee, diddle, didn't, ba, 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 diddle, ah. Diddle, dee, dee, doo, ba, 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 ba. Do, da, da, ba, ba, la, do, do, tweet, dee, ah. Do, diddle, do, ba, 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 doodle, dee, dee, do, dee. Do, ba, ba, ya, do, 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 ba, 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 da, 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 ba, da, da, da. Da, da, ba, boo, boo, da, da, do, ba, 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 do, do, da. Da, da, ba, boo, ba, ba, da, 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 ba, do, do, da. Da, 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 ba, boo, boo, da, da, ya, da, 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 do, ba, 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 do, da, do, do, ya. Da, da, ba, boo, ba, da, da, ba, boo, ba, da, da, ya, da, da, ba, boo, ba, ba, way in a mellow tone, feeling fancy free, and I'm not alone. I've got company, everything's okay. The livelong day with this mellow song just can't go wrong. Baby, in a mellow tone, that's the way to leave. If you mope and groan, something's gotta give. Just go your way and laugh and play. There's joy unknown in a mellow tone.
So nicely done. Isn't that just delightful? Marta J. and Francesco Cavat. Yep. And I put most of the Italians at the beginning of the program in case they wanted to show up and then go to sleep. So as I said, she was going to try to make it, and so was Georgia Hanush, but I'm sure this earthquake must have created a change of plans. So Georgia Hanush, however, is next on the program, and she's a guitar player, and I guess recorded this Monday night with her trio. So we will hear, and I think there's a little introduction, a little spoken introduction.
Hi everybody, we are very happy to play for you at monthly jam session, and I am Georgia Hanush, and my trio is composed by me and Simone Bevilacqua on drums and Stefano Riva on the bass. And we would love to play a tune by Miles Davis, All Blues. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
And there you have it, Georgia Hanush and her trio. They recorded Monday night, and now she's stuck right in the middle of a major earthquake. But she was able to leave a voice message saying she was not sure she could make it tonight, so we hope that she continues to be safe, relatively. Next is Angelo Bifezzi, also from the north of Italy, a wonderful pianist, and he recorded alone. So I know there's no introduction in this one. So Angelo Bifezzi. There you go. Angelo Bifezzi playing Billy Strayhorn's Take the A Train. Beautiful. You know, I have to say, I know some people say they just don't like doing music over the internet and so forth and virtual, but the more the techniques improve, the more I find that there's a transmitting of people's souls right across the screen. So that's a beautiful thing. So Steve, I know I promised you that was the final order, but I think we're going to push Ezra toward the end because I know that he really would like to jump on, and he's probably see himself. So we are going to move on to Stephanie Janot.
As I'm fixing my camera. How you doing, everyone? So this is a song. God Bless the Child was a song that was popularized by Billie Holiday. Billie Holiday, actually, a lot of people don't know that she is one of those the starters for Black Lives Matter, actually, because they tried to keep her quiet from not singing the song Strange Fruit. And every time she would sing it, she would get in trouble with the law or something because she was singing a song that kind of gave people a reason to think about things that were going on. And one of the things, being that it is Black History Month, and God Bless the Child, one of my favorite songs. And it talked about it talks about money, and yes, but it also sends a message to know your own worth, because she was one of the first to perform with all white orchestras in everywhere. And she was getting on the stage and they were like, well, I don't mind that nigger girl singing with you, but she can't sit in your bandstand. And if she didn't have her own voice and opinion or care about who she was, to be able to, start making people think about race relations and humanities with by singing the song Strange Fruit. It was a poem actually first written by a Jewish guy. But this song I'm going to do is God Bless the Child, because God bless the child who has their own knowledge of who they are, their own identity, to just do what they feel in their heart, and to know that if you believe in yourself, that's one of the most important things that you have. And when you share with other people, it's very effective. And so I just wanted to do God Bless the Child. Then this God shall get, then this God shall lose. For the Bible says, and it still is news. Mama may have and Papa may have, but God bless the child that God is on. That's God is on. Then the strong get more, while the weak ones fail. Empty pockets don't ever make the grave. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's God is all. That's God is all. Money you got, lots of friends crowding around your door. When it's gone and the spending ends, they don't come round no more. Rich relations give crust of bread and such. You can help yourself, but don't take too much. Mama may have it, Papa may have it. God bless the child that is all that is. Oh. Money you got, lots of friends crowding around your door. When it's gone and they're standing in, they just don't go round no more. Rich relations give us the bread and such. You can help yourself, but don't take too much. No, Mama may have it, Papa may have it. God bless the child that's got his soul, that's got his. Oh, God bless the child that's got his own. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, God bless the child. God bless the God bless the child.
Wow, Stephanie Jeannot, thank you
Oh.
so much.
I'm just trying with the piano. So now it's like, this is my thing now. It's like, ever since the pandemic started, it's like every day, like I'm coming and sitting here for like a lot because I love the piano a lot now. So maybe when you see me, I'll sit in.
I am so delighted that you did this for us, that you chose that tune. You sounded wonderful. It was so moving. And thank you. And yes, good luck with the piano. It's perfect. Thank you very, very much, Stephanie.
Thank
I'm so
you.
moved. So moving along, now we have many guitarists tonight, several, which is a pleasure. And the next one is just a very fine guitarist, Alberto Bengolea. Thank you, Alberto. Of course, that was Tad Dameron's Lady Bird. Just a beautiful rendition. Thank you. That was so beautiful. Well, we are moving along to Daryl Sherman, who's going to perform live.
Hello.
Oh, Daryl, you're muted, it looks like.
I don't know. They heard a chord and they said, let's stop her. Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The song that I've chosen is written by Louis Armstrong, and the words are by Horace Gerlach. And as Eric was talking about back though in those days where there were very serious barriers to the content of those lyrics and they couldn't be too romantic. Well, Lewis was definitely a barrier breaker. And trumpet players through the years always have this particular song in their repertoire. One special one for me was named Dick Sudhalter, Carol's brother, and he is the one who gave me the inside track to Louis Armstrong. And in fact, I still have a handwritten chord sheet that I first learned it and played with sometimes on gigs. But this is also very fitting for Valentine's Day. And oh, Carol, you'll be happy to know, maybe you do already, Louis wrote it in 1936 and recorded it with his orchestra, but it was, as they say, covered by Tony Bennett, K.D. Lang, Keely Smith, with a Nelson Riddle arrangement, and Dick Sudhalter in that list. I thought that was pretty cool. If we never meet again, I'll have a rose to remember. The snows of December will bring you back to me. If we never meet again, I'll fall asleep in the flowers and dream of the hours we spend in ecstasy. The leaves in the fall will recall the beauty I have found in your eyes. The birds in the spring, when they sing, will tell me that love never dies. If we never meet again, as sure as heaven above you, forever I'll love you. No one knows what the future may hold. Life tomorrow cannot be foretold. I'm not afraid, come what may. I've lived and I've loved, so I'll say, if we never meet again, as sure as heaven above you, forever I love you. Forever I love you. If we never meet again.
Daryl, you melted my heart. Thank you. That was so beautiful. What
Well,
a,
it's a heart tug melody. It's hard to sing, actually. Only Louis should sing it. Although Keely Smith's version is where I found that verse. I don't think anyone else has done the verse. But
thank you. so
it's
much.
a classic, and I have to thank your big brother.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Daryl Sherman. Steve, I see that Ezra has joined us. So may I ask if we can insert Ezra's piece and his greeting now? Will that be okay? Ezra, if we get the okay, I'd love to have you say hello and then listen to your recording.
Yeah. Hello.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can see you now too.
So this piece is called Number One Green Street by Grant Green. And I'm playing with the 92nd Y Jazz Ensemble. And I'm a sophomore at LaGuardia. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. Ezra Kessler, everyone on drums.
Yeah, and Jasper Zimmerman on piano and Josephine Roses on guitar.
There you go. Thank you. And so glad you could join us at last after your class, Ezra.
Thank you for inviting me.
Very nice to see you. Beautiful. Now, we have a recording from Bill Warfield. He often joins us on these virtual jams, but I don't think he could make it tonight. I think he said something like that. So, Bill Warfield, let's see what he's got. Yeah, so beautiful. Of course, that was the wonderful Whisper Not by Benny Golson. And that was Bill Warfield on trumpet with his trio. Thank you, Bill. Now we have next Matthew Maley. I believe this is an audio recording. He's a sax player, and let's see what I don't think he's here. Matt, if you are, you can say hello, but I haven't seen you. So Matthew Maley, let's see what his audio is. I'm not sure if we got quite to the end, but wow. Very, very nice. Thank you. Afro Blue, Matt Maley. That's just wonderful. Now we are up to Gary Davis, our great friend, who has been to so many of our in-person jams. And Gary asked me if I would play a few notes at the end, and this is going to be an experiment because from live streaming from one house to another, we don't know how it's going to sound, but we'll see how I'll have my sax ready. So Gary Davis, take it away.
Hey everyone, it's so nice to be on with all these fine musicians. Again, thanks Carol and Gabrielle for having me. Always appreciate fine pianists like Joe and Daryl. But I got to give a special shout out to our budding pianist and vocalist, Stephanie Janot, my buddy. Very nice job, and you're really coming along with your chops, piano-wise. So tonight, well, I just want to say just a quick note about Black History. Black History is every day. Okay, it has a month designation, but it's every day. The contribution through time has been phenomenal under suppressed circumstances for African Americans to have to deal with. And this topic this month is apropos. I'm going to do a piece. It's Moody's Mood for Love, a 1952 Eddie Jefferson tune, whose melody is derived from an improvised solo by jazz saxophonist James Moody on the 1949 recording of the 1935 song I'm in the Mood for Love, as it's widely known, written by Jimmy McHugh and Dorothy Fields. And it's gained, of course, widespread popularity after being recorded by the singer King Pleasure. So this is my rendition of I'm Moody's Mood. A cappella version. There I go, there I go, there I go, there I go. Pretty baby, you are the soul that snaps my control. Such a funny thing, but every time I'm near you, I never can behave. You give me a smile and then I'm wrapped up in your magic. Music all around me, crazy music, music that keeps calling me so. Very close to you, turns me a slave. Come, do anything you want to. Anything, baby, just let me get next to you. Am I insane, or do I really see heaven in your eyes? That stars that shine up above you in the clear blue skies. How I worry about you, just can't live my life without you, baby, come here. Don't have no fear, oh, is there, wonder why? I'm really feeling in the mood for love. So tell me why. Stop to think about this weather, my dear. This little dream might fade away. There I go, talking out of my head again. Oh, baby, won't you come and put our two hearts together? That would make me strong and brave. Oh, when we are one, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid. If there's a cloud up above us, go off and let it play. I'm sure our love together will endure a hurricane. Oh, my baby, would you please let me release from this awful misery? What is all this talk about loving me, my sweet? I am not afraid. Not anymore, not like before. Don't you understand me? Come on and please Pull yourself together, better do it very soon. My heart's on fire. Come on and make me love me. Won't you make me my darling, my sweet? Oh, pretty baby, you make me feel so good. Let me take you by the hand and come let us visit out there in that new promised land. Maybe there we can find a good place to keep a loving state of mind. I'm so crazy about love. Never know love's all about. Carol, will you come on in? You can blow now if you want to. I'm through. All right. Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you, Carol.
Eric Davis, thank you. What a beautiful piece. What a great choice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carol.
Now, we have another Italian submission. This is Stefano Benini, who's a flute player, and Andrea Tarozzi, who's a pianist. And again, this is not a video, this is audio recording. Let's see. Oh, yes, it's some time ago, a piece by Bill Evans, some time ago. And it fits in very well with the jazz world of so many contributors from all different backgrounds, and it was recorded, beautiful recordings by both Art Farmer and Clark Terry. Yes. Again, I think we missed the ending, but beautiful, beautiful. Stefano Benini and Andrea Tarozzi, Some Time Ago by Bill Evans. And Stefano also plays a fine bass flute and really good didgeridoo as well. Quite an exciting player. Now, do we have Mark Capon's recording, and is he also in the house? Probably not in the house, I guess. Not getting any response, but Steve, do we have a recording from him, or how did we end up with that? Let's see. I can't see the direct message because my calendar is blocking it. Almost got it. Well, I don't know. Should I move on? For some reason, there's a calendar. Oh, here we go. Okay. Just beautiful. Duke Ellington's All Too Soon. Wow, I couldn't have wished for a better selection. Thank you for contributing that, Mark. Now we're at the close of the program, and I know I've done this once before. I chose Gary Fisher to be our last performer because he always finds something to play that will blow us away. So thanks all for attending. We can probably chat for a minute after Gary's selection. In fact, we might be able to hear a few words from our dear Gabrielle Hamilton. But right now we'll go right to Gary Fisher. Oh my, thank you, Gary. I knew you would be the right one to end our great evening. The beautiful Round Midnight by Thelonious Monk. Thank you so much. Now, can we hear a few words from Gabrielle Hamilton before we close?
Thanks, Carol. Once again, I'm just absolutely thrilled that we're all gathering together, even under these circumstances. it's just extraordinary, the sense of fellowship and community around the Jazz Jam. And I'm really grateful to Carol, Joe, Scott, and Eric for sticking with this virtual platform, even though it presents a number of challenges. We've opened, we've closed, we've opened, and I appreciate everyone's patience. Pleased to announce that we will be back in person as usual on our second Wednesday. So that would be, next one would be March 9th, back at Flushing Town Hall. Joe is healed and ready to put on his dancing shoes too, so we look forward to that. And I have to thank Steve Mecca, always helping us in the behind the logo, but always there with us, helping us put this together. And of course, our incredible funder, the Louis Armstrong Foundation, Educational Foundation for this. A quick pitch, as we gear back up to live and in person, we are hoping to do a Jazz Jam All-Stars late spring, early summer. So again, folks like Ezra, Gary, it would be great to see you back in-house for our All-Stars. I know, Gary, you were part of our original one, and perhaps Gary Fisher can be part of the second one. But it would just be thrilling to have us all back in person and being on the All-Star stage. It's a great event, and there's a wonderful community, and it's a wonderful vibe. So thank you all. Thanks especially to Carol.
Well, thank you, Gabrielle Hamilton. And yep, you're the one. You're the one. Thank you very much. Gabrielle has a very, very hard job and has to put up with all the stuff that I never have to deal with because I only do this jam. Thank you, one and all the performers, all the audience, everyone that contributed, and prayers and best wishes to our Italian friends who are in the middle of earthquake time. Just terrible. So Georgia, Stefania, Marta, all of you, I hope, Stefano, I hope you're all okay. I don't know how far north it extended, but prayers, and hope you all make it back to your homes safely. So if anyone wants to say anything, please unmute yourself or ask to be unmuted or however it works, and just say a good night, and then we'll be off to the next gig.
Thanks everyone for being here. It was a real pleasure to see you all and to hear you all. It's a beautiful evening of music. Really deeply appreciated that you all chose to be a part of this. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Gabrielle. Thank you, Flushing Town Hall. Thank you, the Louis Armstrong Educational Foundation. Always a pleasure.
Anyone else?
And thank you, everybody. I guess, Joe, we're not going to see you on the basketball court, huh?
I don't know, I'm getting there, but I didn't play basketball much since high school, so I don't think so.
Yeah, but I'm glad you're okay. I guess, like the old man said, you forgot to duck, right? All right.
I forgot to remain upright.
Yeah, buddy. I was with you when you hurt yourself at the oh my God, this is go long. We were playing at this place on First Avenue, and you hit your forehead on the construction of the building. I thought you were going to end up in a wheelchair. You remember that?
I remember it because it's like it wasn't so bad when it first happened, but by the end of the night, I could only look left. I was stuck in this position.
Yes.
And my wife had to come and get me because I couldn't drive unless I was making left turns all the way home.
That was almost 30 years ago. I remember that.
Joe, you gotta take better care of yourself when you're out in public, man.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Carol, great work as always, Carol. Beautiful.
Yeah, great, Carol. Thank you. Thank
Well, thank you.
Thank you,
Town Hall,
Carol.
Everybody.
for
Always great and motivating to be here to push myself doing these little videos. There's the best training opportunity that I've had in a long time, you know.
Yeah, I just want to say that Alberto, you're a really great guitarist. I was very, very nice. I enjoyed you immensely. And Ezra, oh my gosh, it's like you feel like you're growing up with these kids that come along. You're really developing your chops very well. Very nice work. The cohesive effort you put into working with an ensemble is, I mean, it's evident that you put in the work and you have a thirst for this music, our American art form. So just keep on doing it, guys. I appreciate being on the stage virtually with all of you. Thank you so much, Stephanie, Carol, Joe, Eric, Gabrielle, and everyone else that Darryl, of course, performed. Thanks so much.
To you too.
Okay, beautiful comments. Everybody said what they want to say. Shall we sign off?
Bye.
Big greetings and hugs and everything to everyone.
Yeah, and blessings to the Italians, Italian, that you know,
Contingent, yeah.
contingent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that everything is okay over there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, Georgia
Yeah.
was,
It's great they
Georgia-
could join us, Carol.
yeah, it is.
Carol,
Scott.
thanks for bringing in the Italian contingency. That's always great.
Well,
Turn it into an international event, which is great.
well, they've done a lot for me over the years. And yeah, Georgia left a voice message and said she was out in the street in a car on the way to her parents' house to make sure they're okay. But she had just grabbed a knapsack and left her house, you know, as
Wow.
fast as she could. Georgia, because, you know.
Incredible. Do you know how bad the earthquake, what number it was in the Richter scale?
No, I don't, but she said that they'd already had 2 shock waves, you know,
Oh,
so.
wow.
I heard 4.7.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
And they've been through it before, so it's very freaky for them.
Yeah,
They-
I mean, maybe it was close to the surface because some of those moderate ones can seem bigger than they are.
Wow.
Yeah, because they've had that experience of having to live in their cars for days and everything, so.
Wow.
What was the number?
Well, I heard 4.7.
That sounds pretty serious.
Well, pretty mild, but it could be, you know, close to the surface, and you know, who knows.
Yeah. Well, anybody watching that we're connected to, you know, all the best, and hope you guys recover from it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here also, you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Scott, I appreciate your rhythms. Thanks for the lesson, the history lesson as well.
Oh, my pleasure. I have to say, Ed Blackwell's always been. I've always loved him. His not only the earthiness of his playing, but the melodic content, and I think his study of African drumming brought that into his style. I always hear Max Roach in his playing too, and then I hear the African drumming, and he was a big influence on me. I saw Joe had put in that he actually had the pleasure of getting to see Don Cherry and Ornette and Charlie Hayden.
Amazing.
And
Absolutely amazing.
yeah, I mean, I love those records, and I loved Old and New Dreams too. The group with Dewey Redman after that, and just the earthiness that all those musicians had is something that always resonated with me. But really enjoyed everybody tonight. And Stephanie, you knocked it out of the park. I have to say that was great.
Yeah,
really great to have you tonight.
She sings her heart out, and playing and
Keep
singing.
healing, Joe.
And playing and singing absolutely is a challenging thing. And for someone who is just coming along with an instrument, my hat's off to you, hon. Good job. Wonderful.
Hello.
All right, everybody. Thank you all so much. Wonderful playing.
Okay, take care. Thanks.
We'll see you in person next month.
Be safe. See you
Yeah.
soon.
Take care. Thanks, everybody. Good night.